my name is Julia and we have a very special guest with us today, my best friend Yaman.
Hi guys.
You might remember him, we've already done a yoga video together and actually it was one of the most watched videos, so you're obviously a star, so I had to bring him back. And both of us actually today have just finished either work or studies, so the theme of today's class is going to be a kind of like after work, after studying, after whatever you've been doing during the day, just to kind of re-energize, stretch out the body, maybe build a little bit of strength just to get some power back in you so that you can have an amazing evening. So with that being said, let's stand up. So we've probably been sitting a lot of the day, so it's good to start by standing. So start by standing at the top of the mat and just take a moment here to just find yourself in Tadasana. So lift up your toes and spread them out one by one so you've got a nice wide grip on the mat, and then activate your thighs. Pull your pelvis down and under so you've got a nice long lower back and a long spine. And then roll your shoulders all the way up to the ears. And exhale down. Allowing your palms to face forward. And just take a moment and close your eyes here before we begin the class and before we begin the movements. And start to check in with your body today. Maybe scanning all the way from the crown of the head, through the torso, through the legs, all the way down into the feet. And seeing if there's any areas of tension, any areas that feel really good. And just noticing that. We're just connecting with our body awareness. And seeing if you want to let any tension go. So maybe you're holding a muscle that doesn't need to be held so tightly right now. Seeing if you can allow it to soften. And check in with your emotions, probably like us right now. We've been running around or in meetings, doing a lot of things at once. So just take a moment to settle in with your emotions and seeing if there's anything you would like to leave aside the mat before we begin. So you can really dedicate the next 15 minutes to your practice, to your mind, and to your body. And then with that being said, let's connect with our breath. So taking a deep inhale through the nose, growing nice and tall. And exhale, sighing out the mouth. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sighing out the mouth. Nice. Now bringing your hands together at heart center and bowing your chin towards your chest. Keeping your eyes closed and just taking a moment here to set an intention for the rest of your day. Perhaps you woke up and already had some things that you needed to do or some things that you wanted to achieve and now they're probably done. So take a moment to think, what do I want for the rest of my day? There's still so many hours left to enjoy. And then thinking that, bringing it in to the foreground and take a deep inhale again. And exhale, releasing the hands. Beautiful. Slowly fluttering the eyes open. Let's get some movement in. So inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms touch, bringing them back down to heart center. And again, inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, palms touch back down to heart center. And this time, inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, bending into the knees and coming down into a forward fold. Taking a moment here to bend the knees, maybe shake the head out, allow your head to hang heavy, and maybe sway from side to side here, feeling the lower back get stretched and the spine decompress. One more inhale here, and exhale, release. And then slowly, chin comes in towards the chest, bend the knees and roll your weight bit by bit all the way up to standing, bringing your arms back up overhead, and hands back down through heart center and to the side. One more time like that. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, folding over. And we'll just stay here for one breath this time. So take a deep inhale. And exhale, get heavy. And then inhale, rolling all the way back up to standing here. And exhale, hands come back down to the side. Now let's take a full sun salutation here. So inhale, arms up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, come to a flat back position, hands on shins. And exhale to fold, plant the hands and step back to a high plank position. Then bring the knees down, the chest and the chin, hugging your elbows in towards the body. And on an inhale, roll forward, coming into a baby cobra. And exhale, release, tuck the toes under, sit the hips to heels, and push the hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Now let's take 2 deep breaths here, and maybe you want to walk your dog, so bending one knee at a time, pressing one heel down at a time. Maybe you want to shake your head out here or drop your shoulders away from your ears. You do whatever you need to feel good in this moment and in your body and in this asana. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, coming to stillness. And then slowly coming up onto the tiptoes, we're going to just walk our feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. And on an inhale, coming back into our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, arms up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, Tadasana. One last time together. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, plant the hands, step back. And this time you can do knees, chest and chin, or come down through your chaturanga. And then inhale to your back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just one deep breath here. Inhale. And maybe exhale, sigh out the mouth. Beautiful. Coming back up onto the tiptoes and bending the knees, and you can walk, step or jump to the top of the mat. On an inhale, coming into our flat back. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, arms up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, coming down into Tadasana. Beautiful. Now let's inhale our arms up again. Exhale to fold. And this time just plant the hands down and make your way back into downward facing dog by stepping back. Take one deep breath here in down dog. Inhale. Exhale. And then on the next inhale, lift the right leg up behind you, coming into 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and bring it underneath the body for one crunch. So the knee comes towards the nose to touch. And then bringing the leg back. And then slowly coming forward, bringing the right knee underneath the body and then stepping the right foot forward in between the hands. Beautiful. Dropping the back knee down, and we're going to lift up into low lunge here. So bring the arm up overhead and then exhale, sit nice and low. So this should feel really good if you've spent some time seated today, because we're stretching out the hip flexors and opening up the hips here. So maybe you feel quite tight here, and that's okay. Don't push yourself. Try to engage your core and tuck your pelvis under so we're not falling into the pose. We're really engaged, and then lifting the arms up, dropping the shoulders down. One more deep breath here. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. And then slowly float the hands down towards the mat, framing that front foot. And we're going to bring the hips back, coming into a half split. So just flexing that front foot here, having your leg either nice and straight, or you can keep it bent here. On an inhale, you're going to lift up and lengthen. And exhale, we fold over this leg. And let's stay here for 2 deep breaths as we're stretching out the back body, flexing the foot. And if you want a deeper stretch, always try to bring the toes closer towards the head. Inhale here. Exhale. Beautiful. And now inhale, we're going to come forward and lift the arms up. So we're coming back into our low lunge and taking it into a flow. Exhale, bringing the hands down and bringing the hips back, moving nice and slow and gently like a wave. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the arms up. And exhale, floating them down, hips come back. Last time, inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, floating the hands down, lifting, coming back, hips to heels. And then slowly coming forward this time. You can keep the hands on the mat. And then keeping that left hand on the mat, we're going to lift the right arm up, coming into an easy twist. So we'll be here for 3 breaths. And if you'd like to, you can also bend that back leg and grab the foot from the outside or the inside, getting a nice little glute stretch in here too. So staying here, inhale. And exhale, sitting the hips down nice and low. Inhale here. And exhale. One more deep inhale here. And then exhale, if your foot was in your hand, release it really gently. And then bring both hands down on the mat to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee up off the mat and step back into a high plank, and we'll hold here for 2 deep breaths. So firing up the body, sometimes we feel like we're completely done by the end of the day, but if you add a little bit of strength into your practice, I promise you will feel more energized. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale, release the knees down, chest and chin on the mat. Rolling forward to a baby cobra. And then exhale, release, tuck the toes under, hips to heels, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we've got the other side to go here. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighing out the mouth. And then inhale, lift the left leg up off the mat, three-legged dog. Coming for that one crunch, knee comes towards the nose underneath the body. And then inhale to lengthen. Bringing the foot through all the way to the top of the mat in between the hands, and now dropping your right knee down. Again, on an inhale, we'll lift the arms up, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. Sorry if we're sweating, it's not that much of a powerful practice, it's just very hot in Berlin right now. Inhale, lengthening the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, dropping the hips down. Beautiful, one more deep breath here, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, slowly floating the hands down onto the mat. We're going to bring the hips towards the heels and flexing that front foot and maybe straightening the left leg. On an inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Beautiful. We'll stay here for 2 deep breaths. So really feel into your body. You can close the eyes. Exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Nice. Let's take our little flow here. So on the inhale, we come forward again. Plant the foot on the mat and bring the arms up by the ears. And exhale, slowly floating them down and bringing the hips back. Flex the front foot. Inhale to come forward, lifting the arms up. And exhale, floating down, bringing the hips back and flex the front foot. One more time here. Inhale to come forward, lifting up. And exhale, floating down, hips to heels. And this time coming forward here, you can keep your hands on the mat. And then planting the right hand down on the mat, lifting the left arm up towards the ceiling for an easy twist. And again, you can stay here or bend that back leg and grab the foot from either the inside or the outside. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Twisting the spine is really good after a day of sitting as well. So take 1 more deep inhale, knowing you're doing your body good. And exhale. Okay, if you had your foot in your hand, release that really nice and gently, and then everyone bring both hands on the mat, framing the front foot, tucking the back toes under and lifting the right knee up off the mat, and then stepping back into our high plank again. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And on an exhale, let's slowly lower down onto the mat, so making your way down however you would like to. And when you get there, bring your arms out in front of you with your palms facing towards each other. And then slowly drop your head down on the mat with your forehead touching the mat. We're going to just strengthen the back muscles here, which is really good for all of us workers and studiers here. So on an inhale, lift the right arm and the left leg up off the mat. Exhale to release. And then the opposite side, so left arm, right leg. And then release. Right arm, left leg. And release. Other side. And release. One more time, right arm, left leg. And release. And then left arm. And release. And now lift everything up off the mat here, holding here for 2 deep breaths, getting stronger. We're powering up the back muscles so we'll feel even better tomorrow. While we're working, inhale, lift a little bit higher. And exhale, slowly release yourself down. Beautiful. You can plant your hands at either side of your rib cage here, and we're just going to push back into child's pose. So bring the knees as wide as you'd like onto the mat, and then sit your hips back. Drop your forehead down and rest. Beautiful work today here. Allow your hips to fall into the mat. Feel your lower back lengthen. If your shoulders are tired, you can also hug your body, so bring the arms by the sides as your forehead rests on the mat. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. Beautiful. And then slowly walk your hands back in towards the body. We'll take one last stretch here. So walk the hands in towards the body and make your way into a seat. And we're going to do a little butterfly stretch here. So just bringing the soles of the feet together. Bringing your hands onto your ankles. And first start fluttering your butterfly. So just opening the hips nice and gently. Sitting up nice and tall here. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And then slowly stop flapping the wings, coming back to stillness. And on an inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And on an exhale, fold over the legs. And we'll take this like a yin pose. So don't force anything here. We're just gently stretching the lower back, gently opening the hips. And if you'd like to, you can bring some movement into it and also sway from side to side. Maybe you feel that already getting to the side of the hips and the glutes. Taking one more beautiful deep breath here. Exhale. Nice. And then walking the hands in towards the body, crossing over at the ankles or making your way into any comfortable seat that's good for you. We'll take one more inhale with the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms touch and bring them in front of the heart center and bow the chin towards the chest again and close your eyes. Checking back in with your body like we did in the beginning of class. How's it feeling now in comparison to 15 minutes ago? How are the emotions sitting? Do you feel more calm and rested? And then slowing your breath. And taking a moment of gratitude for yourself when you could have just closed your laptop and ran away and done anything else, for showing up for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for your breath. And slowly opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun, and actually I do feel better. You?
Me too.
Okay, good. I didn't pay him to say that. Well, I hope you did as well at home, and thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.